Hello everyone, this is Shalon Lazelle. I just wanted to thank you all for your encouragement, your support for my video series. Those that have watched my last video, many of you have sent me messages of encouragement and thanking me, so I just want to say thank you for your support and continued well wishes. I will say I wanted to start with this video with saying, I certainly don't have all of my ducks in a row. It's funny, I saw a meme the other day in which it said, but by this point I think I would have all of my ducks in a row, but at this point in life I don't know where they are. I know where some of my ducks are. I know that some of them are in a row, but I certainly don't have them all together. So that's my disclaimer. I am a mess. If you know me personally, you may know that, but many of you don't. So I don't purport to be anything more than what I am. And so that's me. So if you saw my last video, you may have noticed, may have not noticed that in the background, my smoke detector was beeping. It's kind of funny, but it's not really. Some of you have said that as a result of that, you changed your batteries in your smoke detectors. My smoke detectors are hardwired, and so I couldn't figure out for the last few weeks why they were beeping. I finally went and checked it out, and it turns out that I do have a backup battery in them. Of course, I don't have 9-volt batteries in my house. I probably have every other battery, but I had to go to the store and get some, so I did that. So here's your little safety tip for this video is if you have smoke detectors and haven't changed your batteries, go ahead and do that. Do it once a year. If you have questions about your smoke detectors or, do you have enough, the operation of them, you can call your local fire department's number. And the non-emergency number, of course, don't call 911, call the non-emergent number, and they should be able to help you with that. So mine are taken care of, so I got that out of the way. So thank you for those who said something to me. So who knew I was helping you? So anyway, as a result of my last video, or to tag on to my last video, this video is going to be about you. I definitely have a few questions for you, and wanted to make sure that, this is kind of simple. I don't have a bunch of questions. I want to keep it simple. As I said, I want to keep these to about 10 minutes. So without further ado, I will ask the first question. I want you to think about yourself in terms of who you are. And, I mentioned it last video, you need to know who you are if you're going to be successful, if you're going to be able to live your best life, And so my first question is, do you know who you are as yourself? So take your name and then ask yourself this question. Who is, and then insert your name. So in my case, who is Shalon? The next question I want you to think about is, what does insert your name like? All right, so we're going to talk about your likes for this video. Make sure that this is the core of who you are and not as a result of someone's influence of you. That's very important. Many times, I think I mentioned it in the last video, many times when we identify ourselves with labels, and sometimes it could be as a result of someone else's likes that we kind of tag on to. So what are your likes? What do you like to do? This could be anything, trips you like to take, working out, your favorite sports team, your hobbies, food you eat, social situations or social activities that you do. What is it that you like? You don't have to tell me, of course, but I want you to think about that for a minute and just contemplate or, ponder, what is it that I, insert your name, like to do, or what is it that you like? Pay attention. I want you to pay attention to the reasons you like whatever it is that you have come up with. Let's see. So, for this part, if you feel like there's something that you like, and I want you to think about why you like what it is that you do. Does it add value to your life? Do you feel like it's contributing to your well-being in some way? Hopefully so, because it can be very difficult when you're going through your day-to-day activities, going through the motions, and you're just doing stuff just 'cause you're on autopilot. You have so much to think about, so many things to do, that you just continue to go through the motions. And there may be some things that you're doing that you're just like, why am I doing this? And you may not even have thought about it, because I guess if you're on autopilot, then there's not much time to sit and think about truly what your wants are and what your likes are. So I want you to take a moment. You can get a journal, you can put it in a Word document on the computer, or Google Docs, or whatever it is, whatever program you use, and write down the question. Who is, insert your name, and the second part is, what does or what do I like? So I want to go into, when you do things, there has to be some reciprocation on whatever it is that you're doing. Hopefully there is, because if not, then again, I will say that you are just going through the motions and really need to think about what it is that you're doing. You also have to ensure that it's a positive reciprocation. Many times we do things and we get a negative response, or it affects us negatively. And honestly, if you're truly thinking about yourself and your well-being, things that you really truly want to do, then you should have some positive reciprocation on your whatever it is that you're doing. If you like to work out, your positive reciprocation on that is being in shape and things like that. I will say that I have been working out, but I don't necessarily like it. I do it just 'cause I know that I need to. So, but also, what are your hobbies? If it gives you peace of mind, that definitely is a positive reciprocation. So, if you're doing something that is truly negative, having a negative impact on your psyche, on your feelings, just in your life in general, then I want you to think about that and really, really, truly think about why you're doing it. What is your purpose? Are you doing it because you want to be liked? Are you doing it because you feel it's necessary? Or are you doing it just because you don't know any other way? That could be the case. If our experiences are minimal, and our minds aren't truly open to new things, then that could be the case. You could be doing something just 'cause. So I want you to think about it, and get yourself a journal, or use your computer, do what you need to. And just take some time to look at what you like, why you like to do it, and hopefully there's some positive in there. If not, you need to stop, think about, and evaluate situations, whether or not you can make a change or not. sometimes you do what you have to, and may not be able to make a change immediately. But you can certainly set a goal for yourself and think about what it is that you're doing, and how you can take steps towards change. You know, I mentioned in the last video, we can make changes at any point in our lives. It may not always be easy, may definitely be difficult, but we can do it. So again, it's about 10 minutes, actually probably over just a little bit, but I know that I started with the whole smoke detector thing, so I didn't want to cut you short. Definitely want you to think about all those things that I mentioned. Get yourself a book, you know, and write. If you can't write, you just start with your thoughts. What is on your mind? And that's how I got into writing, and that's how I started. I just started whatever was on my mind. I just wrote it. Didn't even make sense, you know, necessarily. Didn't even use proper grammar at first. I probably still don't necessarily use proper grammar, but just take your thoughts and just put them down on paper. It also helps release a lot of that energy, that built up energy that you have inside. So just get to it. You can certainly send me a message. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And let me know what you think about this video. Again, I certainly want to say thank you all for your support and your encouragement. And I look forward to developing relationships with you all. Next video will be another question for you. So again, we're talking about you. And so the next video will be another question. And so if you have any questions, if you need anything, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm responsive when I can be. I certainly am very busy, especially when I'm at work during the day and then in the afternoons, evenings, but I will respond when I'm able. So again, until next time, I thank you all. I hope you have a blessed week, and look forward to talking with you all in messages, or however. Email is fine too if you know my email. And wish you all the best. Have a great week. Until next time, I will see you. God bless.